I have a lot of people asking me questions about the cabin stain. I did part diesel, part oil, kind of just eyeballed it until it was nice and liquid so that the wood would drink it up. So here's my little update video 2 weeks after, I believe, 1 week or 2 weeks, no idea, when I did this. So since I did this. So you can see the boards are still as dark on the floor. Those were already darkened by the rain and snow. That just kind of, they're pretty much wet all year long. So those needed a stain or treatment pretty bad. The rest of the cabin held a pretty nice color. It's just not as shiny as it was before. I'll give you guys a little walk around afterwards to see all the angles and stuff. It did rain pretty heavily since then, and it still looks just the same. It's not as sticky anymore. Before it was very sticky. But yeah, it's not sticky at all. I was hoping it kind of wasn't gonna have that little gooey type of feel to it. The wood drank everything up. I'm sure if I would like to, I could slap another coat on, but I won't, just because it's fine. If I touched the untreated wood here, as mosquitoes are eating me alive and black flies, and this log right here, same texture. The smell, I know some people are gonna wonder about the smell. I'll take the camera around and I'll update you guys on that one. As for the smell, it's really not that bad. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, probably like a 3. Right now, like I'm, I don't know what, like 4 feet away, can't smell it. You really need to like rub up on it. And even then, my hands don't smell anything. But if you smell where I put a lot of it, like on the log ends where it has to be heavily treated, it does smell a little bit, but not like diesel, more like a light oily smell. So I really don't mind it, partially because I don't smell it. I'm not licking my logs that often, so I don't mind. So yeah, won't be able to answer you guys on the taste, but yeah, so zero smell pretty much. If by far, once you walk up to the cabin or something like that, you can't really smell anything. So nothing really bad to say about the smell. The sunbeams are shining down. It gives it a nice little golden color. Even the wood that's unfinished, so unplaned, unlike the logs or just a rough cut when I did my planks, it barely smells. So that's really nice. And like I said, with the sun rays here, if I move out of the way with my shadow, apart from the black dots, which are 1,000 bugs on the door, it's a really nice light golden brown color. It didn't really change at all the color of the cabin, so I'm really happy about that. Now for the important questions on what happened with all the rodents and the squirrels, because that's a pretty interesting topic that a lot of people are asking me about. So, as for the rodent update, and as for rodents here, I'm dealing with there's really some of everything, but mainly what's getting into the cabin are squirrels, I'm guessing, and mice. I've seen mice, like literally I could be talking like this and one's gonna run up on the wall. So yeah, there's a lot of mice, I want to say. So apparently this stuff will deter them from ever coming in again, because sorry about that, they'll kind of chew up a log, some wood, a door, what have you, even the caulking in between, and it's going to taste like diesel and oil, so straight up death. So they're supposed to stop chewing. That being said, I've had some holes in here. I know for a fact that I picked up a lot of that spray foam stuff that I put behind the fireplace. I picked up like 3 good handfuls, and now there's still more. So what I'm thinking is that they already had their holes. They knew where their holes were. And that's what they're pretty much just using for now. There is a little bit more like food, I don't know, the stuff on my mice food on my little shelf here. Also, more random crap on there. There's also a hole. There's like this big hole between the floorboards and my first log that you see on the inside. I now put like one little wad of steel wool in there, and on the other side I put some screening, so hopefully that's going to deter them from coming in. But yeah, last resort really is I'll probably just chuck, like, I try some everything traps. They're trap aware. Mice are super intelligent. They will literally eat the peanut butter and the cheese off the trap, and it won't go off. I think my whole time now, in like a year, I caught one mouse. So they really don't care about traps. Yeah, so last option would be poison, but the kind of stuff that they bring back, they eat, bring it back to the nest, and then I think they like vomit it out or something, and other mice eat it. I don't know. So everybody dies. So, and it doesn't smell. They dry up, and just a skeleton's left. It's like a chemical that burns them from the inside. So that's not bad, I guess. That's literally the only option I have left. And yeah, apart living from here full time and owning a cat, I can't really do much apart from that. But yeah, like I said, there are already holes in the cabin. It's not like my door is super tight shut anyways. So I think just like eliminating the problem would be most likely poison. Go to the nest and die. I think that would be a good idea. It's a good idea because it's my last resort really. But yeah, so I think it will work just when there's no more mice. And new mice come, they don't know where the holes are. And they'll like start chewing up the caulking and be like, oh, it tastes like shit. So they won't. They'll just move on to another log or something. So yeah, that's pretty much the update on the rodents. Another topic people were asking me about is the bugs. So I answered the rodents, and now the bugs. The only bugs that I see, before there was like a bunch of flying long leg things and stuff all over the cabin. The week before I treated it, now I can say for a fact the only thing that's left is spiders, because there's big chunky spider webs. Hopefully it's not from that massive gigantic one in the tree from a few videos ago. But yeah, there's spiders. I know there's some in the workshop. It's the workshop all over on the inside, and the inside of the cabin is untreated. I don't have like a little dangly spider thing, spider web hanging from in here. Don't really care. That's the only one I have. And on the inside, on the balcony, I have a few little ones on the logs, like the thick white ones. But I leave those there because they trap bugs. There's a bunch of like flies and random harmful things that eat your skin stuck in there. So I don't mind spiders, as long as they don't like lay eggs in my ears, I'll be okay. But apart from that, so far bugs, pretty good. It's like an 8 out of 10, just spiders left. So hopefully that answered a few of your questions about the color, the bugs, the rodents and stuff. It doesn't really smell that bad either. So overall, I'm really, really happy with the product. And also I just wanted to add, before ending the video, remember that I'm in the middle of a forest on a mountain, like a very dense forest. I show it sometimes in my videos. So I'm not in a cleared space. I'm not like in your backyard. So obviously you have like a grass field and you make your cabin in there. There's not a million bugs, but you make your cabin in a nice open space. The rodents will be a lot more shy, timid. Here they're like super wild. Mice and squirrels really don't care. Apart from that one squirrel that I always have in my videos that I could get really close to. It's pretty much the only guy they can get close to. Everything else is like super shy, and they're vicious little things. I literally had a mouse chew like this big hole right through my log behind me. So yeah, they're pretty vicious little things. So like I said, if you're in an open field or something that there's not much rodents, you only have like a one mouse problem a year, this stuff I'm sure is going to be great. It's going to protect the logs like crazy, that I'm sure of. I've been told it's going to be good for generations. It is literally what they used to do back in like the 1800s with kerosene and lamp oil, so I'm not worried at all. So yeah, just to keep that in mind, I am in the very, 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 very wild parts of Canada, I guess I could say. I'm off grid. I am on my land, but there's just trees here. I'm not like, and it is pretty dirty around the cabin, so that doesn't help for the rodents. I burn as much wood as I can, during the winter and during videos, but I only have a small fire pit, and it's not like I want to cause a forest fire or anything, so I do so very moderately. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and don't forget to share. It helps out a bunch. And if you guys have any comments or questions, I should say, write it down in the comments, because these videos are where I try to answer most of your questions. I do sometimes my little cabin videos that I do my little daily life things when I come here, all my activities, my adventures. But in these little update videos, I try to answer questions as much as possible. If anybody wants to know if there's flies, there's a few thousand. So, thanks for watching.